Hey Grim, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Hi, how's you?
Alright. Keeping to my New Year's, well, not resolutions, but whatever they are so far.
What's your view on pansexuals?
I think it's very useful if the pans are non-stick.
Hi, Herman.
Seriously? Give it up! You're never gonna catch me!
That's what you said last time.
I don't want to hurt you! It'll just slow me down!
Wow, that's considerate. What's the money for, Herman?
Why do you care?
Actually, I don't. He's trying to make polite conversation.
I'm done talking!
But this could be so much more rewarding if we connected on an emotional level. Wait, I forgot. You don't have emotions.
LivDem MP announces she is pansexual.
At least talk to me so we can make it interesting.
We're sure she doesn't just mean bisexual.
Herman? What? Do you only answer to
And I'm still unclear as to what the difference is.
Mr. Shocker?
Oh Jesus, Jess Phillips has announced she's standing to replace Corbin.
Ugh, bad idea.
Noted. Honestly, Herman, why are you robbing again? You know the police are watching your every move. I mean, we all know you're kind of dumb, but I didn't think you were this dumb. You must be desperate.
Just a bisexual with no standards.
You must be working with someone. Or for someone. You can tell me who it is now, or make me punch it out of you later. Your choice.
Well, yes, can we please have a candidate who doesn't piss off half the electorate?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Move! Gotta move.
How can they hear each other over the explosions?
Spider-Man? You have like zero personality, but your suit is awesome. Can we talk design details? Maybe later.
How's this Spidey game?
Good work, Spider-Man.
I
Pretty good.
missed the
Did you learn
PS2
anything about
Tobey
his motive?
Maguire one.
I tried, but he's not very talkative. Plus, I think he hates me.
You have that effect on a lot of people.
But you love me, right, Yuri?
I tolerate you.
Wow. That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Jess Phillips is absolutely the worst choice, which means she'll probably win.
Looks like I got some free time.
We are in the
Maybe now's
worst
a good time to
timeline.
look into that mask. Oh, it's MJ. Hey, MJ. You're up late?
Just catching up on the news. Looks like you had quite an adventure with Shocker tonight.
Yeah, he was unusually combative. Anyway, thanks again for dinner. What do I owe you?
How about a favor? You still have that mask from the gallery?
Yeah, I'm actually on my way to the Feast Center now to ask Martin Lee about it.
Martin Lee? Why?
He has a degree in art history. If anyone knows about the origins of that mask, he will.
Just keep me in the loop. Like I said, I think there's a bigger story here, and I plan to be the one to break it.
Sure. So I can call you, like, whenever?
Who else is
Yeah,
out there to replace
whenever,
old
whatever.
Corbin?
So I guess we're talking again. Cool.
What's your thoughts on the Iran situation?
It's a huge clusterfuck, but I think a lot of what's going on is just saber rattling. We'll probably just see more terrorism. Trump's doing it to boost his election chances. It's as simple as that.
Almost morning. Mr. Lee will be here soon. I could use a snack.
I think Keir Starmer would be the best choice.
I thought it was to distract from his impeachment, though perhaps those are the same thing.
That too. Though that's not going to go anywhere. Though it does drive him nuts, which is, it triggers the cons.
Mr. Lee's usually in his office now.
Headset keeps disconnecting.
Keir Starmer is currently at 6-1 in the odds and he doesn't seem completely terrible.
That'd be great.
No, he was good on Europe. He seems like a solid moderate.
I'm not going anywhere.
I mean, it's not necessarily what we need, but
Well, I'm not
electorally
going
it
anywhere.
probably is.
That's a promise.
And he won't be as easy for the media to tear apart as Corbyn was.
Peter, how are you?
Gotta take the stairs like a peasant.
Peter, thank you again for helping me with the Social Security website.
Glad to.
Gotta keep my medical records.
I'm not sure who is more to blame for Corbyn's failure to get elected, the media, the Parliamentary Labour Party, or Corbyn himself for failing. Have you gone up a waistband size over Christmas?
Mary Jane. She's
Almost.
A reporter. She's doing a story on art imports, and she found this piece. Well, she wanted an expert opinion on it, and I know you have a degree.
And this might be the first
I think it's a
time
combination of
actually get to use
factors,
it.
and I also think that
what you
the Conservative Party here,
Interesting.
to a lesser extent in the States, but
Where'd
they've
she find it?
latched
I'm
on
really
to
not
the
sure.
use and abuse of
Oh, what
social
is it?
media better
Replica
than
of
the
an
left has.
Antique Chinese opera mask.
I mean, they just flat out lie and they obfuscate things so that they can't be traced online, and yeah, you can never catch up. And the left seems to be unwilling to fight
My
as
father
dirty.
read me ghost stories with that mask and symbol in it when I was young. Scared the hell out of me. Peter, listen. That mask, it could be connected to dangerous people.
Who's your pick for Democrat
Jane might wanna find a
candidate,
different
Tulsi?
story.
Yang or Bernie? Others not worth thinking about.
Any of those three, I think.
Why take the risk?
Tulsi seems principled, but then she's done a few things that call that into question. Yang is modern. He's presenting some new ideological ideas. Bernie's more old-fashioned, but America really needs a genuine leftist president. They haven't basically had one since
Hey,
World War
The
II.
symbol inside the mask
So-
means demon. It really spooked Mr. Lee. Never seen him like that. He even said you should drop the story.
fat chance. Do you think Mr. Lee knows more than he's letting on?
No, I think he just had a weird flashback or something. I know his childhood was pretty traumatic.
Yeah, makes sense. Demons, huh? Catchy name. Okay,
I
gotta get
wonder
ready.
if AOC
See you
will
soon.
survive the 2020 elections.
Well, that went about as well as I could have hoped.
Maybe. It's a bit of a Marmite politician, so
You know,
if she's in a
the business
Democrat
community
area,
has really
that's
stepped up.
good.
Both job training and hiring. Well, most of them. Sad not to see Oscorp here.
I could patch these shoes. They'll last a while.
Got some time to kill before Doc needs me at the
Isn't
lab.
she a bit of an
Let's do a little
ideologue?
Spidey workout in the city.
Yeah. She's solid on a few things, though. She's just a favourite hate figure, I think. When it comes to holding people to account, she seems pretty good at that. So. Research tokens.
She also seems to understand that having a mattress stuffed with money to sleep on won't help if the planet becomes unlivable due to climate.
Yeah.
Peter, Mr. Lee spoke to me. He seemed worried. Are you into something dangerous?
Oh, it's just a story Mary Jane's investigating. Don't worry, I'll make sure she's careful.
Please tell me you two are back together.
We're talking again. Baby steps. I hope I didn't upset Mr. Lee.
He's just concerned. I was actually touched by how concerned. I knew he liked you. He admires how dedicated you are to helping others. I think you remind him of himself when he was younger. Both orphans, both so smart.
Well, the admiration's mutual. You've got a good boss, May.
I'll tell him you said so. Love you, Peter.
He's going to turn out to be evil. It's the way these work. Still locked.
Have a climate change denier on my local council, Tory of course. It's all getting rather concerning, even the people promising to take acti.
Yeah. And we don't.
Hello?
Peter, it's Dr. Octavius.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Lance Corporal Texador is here for a fitting.
I totally forgot. I didn't forget. I just... I'll be there soon.
His tardiness is starting to become a pattern. Come on, Parker. You're better than this.
He's right. How did I lose track of time?
If I had more money, I'd be considering some mild form of non-insane prepping at this point. Future-proofing the house
They
and so
also
on.
seem to miss the fact that the planet is a huge system, and even if we stopped emitting now, the lag would be extreme.
Yeah, the excuse I really don't understand and that really grinds my gears is, well, China and Russia aren't doing it, so why should we? Well, that just means it's more urgent that somebody take the lead and do something. And China is moving towards greening and taking care of pollution because they've had big problems with it recently. But it just seems the worst possible excuse.
Just like a natural arm. You think of what you want it to do, and...
If we can get Americans to buy into the idea of electric SUVs, that'll tip over the world in the right way.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
This site's been declared a safety hazard.
Stop that right now! This is highly sensitive
It's the sort of excuse you hear from young school kids, but from the heads of nation states.
Peter Parker.
Yes, wow, and apologists for it all.
Speak of the devil. Mr. Osborn.
Oh, please. How long have we known each other? It's Mr. Mayor. It's Norman.
Norman, what do you think you're doing?
The grant agreement you signed has strict safety provisions. This isn't your first violation.
Those were excused.
By me. We should have confiscated this equipment long ago.
But I've had a breakthrough.
Thank you for your great service to our country. These folks will escort you to Oscorp Robotics, where you'll receive the latest in prosthetics. No charge.
This isn't about safety infractions, is it?
I'm trying to help you, Otto. You're free to continue your work in a secure environment.
At Oscorp.
You always were the smartest guy in the room.
You haven't changed a bit.
Neither of you. Hey, Peter. Harry will be coming back from Europe early next year. Maybe the two of you can start that business you always talked about. This is opportunity knocking.
Easy. They didn't take everything. Maybe we could start over.
Peter, there's no we. Without the grant from the city, I can no longer pay you. I need some time to think. If I were you, I'd look for a new job.
Wish I could do something to help Doc. Maybe call Harry. Ask him to talk to his dad. No. Norman never listens to Harry. Even tried to kill funding for his research stations. Hey, one of those stations is nearby. Should see how they're doing while Harry's in Europe. Must be some way to help Doc. Harry left me a message about these before he left for Europe.
Pete, hey, I need a favor. My mom's pet project was research stations that could benefit the public. Now, I launched them, but now that I'm away, Oscorp's gonna shut them down unless they prove their value. I was hoping you could watch them. I left details in each one. Thanks, man. As long as they're here, it's like a part of my mom is, too.
Well, it's not gonna pay the bills, but it sounds like it means a lot to him. I'll do what I can to help.
Expert, not sped up. It failed. You're muted, you can talk.
Yeah.
Hey.
Woot.
Only met about 20 years, but I'd never run through. Ready. Go, past me. Ready. Ready, business.
Spider-Man, Shocker has escaped, and now he's robbing a bank on East 31st.
What happened? I thought he was behind bars.
He was, but one of the guards just walked up to his cell and released him, then gave him his suit back.
I knew Shocker was working for someone. What did you get out of the guard?
Wish I could ask him, but he's dead. Whoever made him release Shocker didn't want any loose ends.
Damn.
Looking at the security footage, the guard was in some kind of trance. And it might have been the lighting, but it looked like his eyes were glowing.
Well, that's creepy. Okay, I'll see what I can get out of Shocker when I get to the bank.
A judge has ruled that ethical veganism is a philosophical belief. LOL. Steampunk outfit?
Yeah, sort of noir outfit, I think, but close enough. Yeah, I saw that about ethical veganism. I mean...
I've been looking into the demons. Sounds like they've quietly established a power base in the vacuum left by Fisk.
A vacuum I created by putting Fisk away. Jameson was right. The demons are my fault.
What were you supposed to do? Let Fisk keep godfathering? Are you okay? You sound even mopier than usual.
I think I might have just lost my job. The city, Norman actually, pulled our funding.
Oh, Pete. I'm sorry. If Harry were here, he could talk some sense into his dad. You'll find another source. Your work's too important.
Thanks, MJ. Talk to you soon.
I mean, veganism's less insane than religions that get a lot of special treatment, but... And I do think the conscientious objection should be respected, so, I don't know, it's a tricky one.
What was the first computer you had? Did you start on the PC or did you use earlier machines like the Amiga or 8-bits?
Acorn Electron or Acorn Atom, I think, was the first. It's a loner BBC micro for a while. My dad worked on PCs, so he was always bringing them back and forth. So I used to foodle around on them a little bit. Mostly word processing and some very early games. Then ZX Spectrum for ages. Then Atari ST, and then PC.
Drug deal reported. Any units in the vicinity, please respond. Report came in from Douglas.
Oh no! This makes the papers! Fiscal killer! Get the spider!
Gotta be honest, not a fan of Big Pharma. Especially back alley Big Pharma.
Came to the wrong hood. Taking us off.
That certainly covers most of the bases. Started on the ZX81 myself, as a 7-year-old, have a BBC and a few other older systems set up here.
Knocking the ever-loving stuffing out of dealers is my anti-drug. The police will take it from here.
Stupid headset. Yeah, I never had the ZX81. A couple of friends did though. My friend had the 48K, and we used to play on that all day. That we were allowed to anyway.
1080. Need immediate backup for a chase in progress. Reported location is near Douglas.
Because of course houses usually had one TV, so if you were playing on it, then the parents couldn't watch telly.
Be advised, getting reports of a mugging in the area. Any officers near Central Park, please proceed to the scene.
I learned to code on a VIC-20, had a little black and white portable for a screen. Oh yes, I remember that well. My grandmother gave me a black and white portable in the end. One of the selling points for the YEU was that. Ah, the VIC-20, classic machine. I'm guessing you know 650 assembly. With this machine you'd have to, LOL. I know I learned C80 rather quietly. Poke and peek, all very naughty.
Who doesn't like a good poke?
As the ZX81 had no way to load save anything but a basic program, though given they were fitting the entire ASIN interpreter into 8K of RAW. The BBC is my personal favorite out of the 8-bits though. It was the Raspberry Pi or Arduino of its day.
What was the 16-bit one they did? Archimedes? Was that it? That wasn't too shabby. Some interesting stuff on it.
Yes, the Archimedes series. I have an A3020 in my collection though not set up due to lack of space.
Aw, you guys are like little kingpins in training. So cute!
The last one, the RISC PC, had a slot for a 486 coprocessor, could run Windows 9.5 in a RISC OS window. I think the morale rules in this AI need to be turned
Bugs are
on.
maybe my most
They all
disliked
fight to
criminal
the death.
activity. Definitely top 5.
Yeah.
Shocker was seen near Gramercy. Better check it out.
Folks, I have to once again defend myself against the spurious claims from McDonald's.
Not very happy that we seem to have gone from reference manuals with fold-out schematics in the back to lockdown devices I have to hack B.
Yeah, that's all supposedly about safety, isn't it? People lap it up though, Apple products and so on.
I miss the programmer reference guides of the old days. Well,
I was never that
Apple
technical,
started it, but the Android, and to a lesser extent PC, manufacturers seem to have taken that idea and run with it.
Well, Gateway used to do it with their PCs back in the day, proprietary connectors and so on. You still get that a bit. If I've been doing these wrong. Looks like it. Doeth. Isn't highlighting that to do anything. Alright. If it was too easy just visiting them.
This station may be safe, because it's helping test an Oscorp military application, cloaking tech. But I don't love using armed drones to test it. Someone might get hurt.
Not if I'm the one who tests it. Let's see if I can integrate the cloaking tech with my suit. Success! Energy field interferes with my web gadgets. Not exactly a keeper. Uh-oh. Those armed drones are malfunctioning. They're dangerous, and the self-destruct signal's not working from here. But cloaked, I can get close enough to trigger the destruct mechanism. That drone didn't go far. I'll download its data before I wreck it, so they can ID the problem. Okay, I need to get within 10 meters of the drone to stop it, and I'll need to be cloaked. Nailed it! Now I've got to go visible again so I can swing to the others.
It's just a protection racket. Apple, nice program you have there. Give us 30 of the income we've not earned, or you can sell it and we'll.
Sorry, drone, but your data lives on.
Headphones went again. Might have to buy some new ones. Unless there's a problem with Spider-Man. Different programs seem to use different audio settings. Reset the dongle with a pin later. Just have to deal with it for now.
Better you than me.
Did you manage to get all you needed to cover the wheelchair fund? I saw a video a bit before Christmas suggesting more was needed for other.
We got the basic cost covered. There's a little bit more needed to cover customizations and so on. We got the bulk of it covered. I've saved a bit. It was for other stuff, but I'll cover the difference if need be. So we didn't think about the I didn't think about the customizations, so I didn't know it was going to need them. But yeah, this one's going to take crackerjack timing. Possibly not. If we can get that timed right, maybe I can.
This is the sort of thing the NHS should really be paying for, but these days they won't even prescribe the things I need if I can buy them.
This is a weird bureaucratic trap. There is a shit wheelchair available on the NHS, but the waiting list is huge, and it's not one that will qualify you for special disabled housing, which is why we've had to do this. Sucks, but it is what it is.
Didn't see it coming, did you? I'm always breaking stuff. Another one bites the dust.
Jeremy Bloody Hunt has a lot to answer for.
So many people do. It's not any one single cause. Thing is, Boris is now going to loosen the purse strings a little and get a bunch of credit for helping when the Conservatives created the problem, and when it's not going to make up for all the money that's been lost.
Are these armed drones even legal?
Or for the extra money needed to support a population that's getting older.
Yeah.
Stealth Spidey strikes again.
And God only knows what he'll give Trump in any trade deal.
We don't have much left to give, other than the NHS.
Stealth mode was fun.
Which they've immediately been talking about.
Hopefully, Oscorp will figure out armed drones in Manhattan are not a good idea. But I'm not holding my breath. Now they've got the data
Amongst other things.
they need. And the stealth tech is promising, even if it needs work. I think Harry's station is safe. And if they ever work the bugs out, maybe I'll whip myself up a stealth suit.
Well, true, the Health and Social Care Act certainly didn't help, and has ended up costing the taxpayer more for less, but that was predictable.
I've always been about the truth. When I was a reporter and a newspaper publisher, I printed the truth. And now as a broadcaster, I speak it. Sometimes it hurts. But it's my responsibility to bring it to you. And the truth is, the city is not quiet. It is not peaceful. It is a disaster waiting to happen. Threats roiling under the surface like a hungry shark just beneath the waterline. Don't let Spider-Man fool you. You are not safe. None of us are.
Hey, Pete, do you remember that steam pipe explosion when we were kids? Well, that's what Mom built this station to prevent. It monitors the pressure in the pipes and pinpoints trouble spots.
There's a dangerous pressure buildup happening now. I've got to do something about it fast. Oscorp's satellites take seismic images of what's under the streets. If I hit the ground hard enough in the right spots, they can show me the high pressure points. Pressure like this usually means clogged release valves. Once I find them, I should be able to jar the clogs loose with another ground pound. Got my lenses tuned to the research station. High pressure will show up red, normal is blue. Okay, time to move. I've got to drop onto the street hard to generate enough force. found a trouble spot. You like to do something? Did it! But that's not the only danger zone. I need to locate the other pressure points. Better hit the ground somewhere else to get a reading. I don't have much time.
Oh, it's timed. God damn it.
If Oscorp was actually using Harry's station, we'd have found the problem before it got this bad. Of course, if there is an explosion, they'll blame it on Harry. Fixed it. But we're not out of the woods yet. Gotta hurry. There's the spot.
Say cheese.
Close enough.
Always helps to take the pressure off. Wish it was that easy for life in general. Harry's station prevented a major explosion. They can't justify closing it down now. Not a bad day's work.
Spider-Man.
Give that one a go.
Pete, my mom, was a big believer in the city's steam heating. It's better for the environment than fossil fuels, but high pressure can lead to deadly explosions. This station was designed to monitor the pressure in specific buildings. Help me show Oscorp it's worth the cost. Please.
Harry's really invested in preserving his mother's legacy. And who can blame him? There's been a sharp rise in the pressure in some nearby buildings. The problem seems to be caused by faulty regulators. I've got to break them off before the pressure gets too high. And the building explodes. The city will replace the regulators I break. There's no time to do this the polite way. Luckily, the regulators are on the exterior. A well-placed web shot should take them out. What do you bet Jameson's gonna lead his show tomorrow with a Spider-Man vandalizes building story? Can't leave any of them. Just takes one to cause a blast. Too many people in these buildings. No time to evacuate. It's up to me. Wrecking these won't cause any serious problems. The city can fix them easily.
Is there going to be WW3?
Probably not. Possibly another quagmire. And it's another proxy war. Where are they?
Overthrowing the regime would be a good thing, but it would at a cost, I guess.
Yeah. And it never seems to go well. It's better to have these things happen internally.
Okay, better head to the roof and make sure the pressure's vented properly. Nary a peep from my spider sense. Everyone's safe. I better get out of here before someone asks me to pay for all this.
That's all of those.
Now, a lot of people ask me what I think of Mayor Osborn, but what matters is what you think. Let's ask our first caller. You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
Hi, I think Mayor Osborn's doing a terrific job. He's cleaned the city up and expanded the economy.
With all due respect to the office of mayor, the police.
Hey, Pete. Now, this station tracks GPS chips deployed around the city on birds and other wildlife. It collects data on the environment, which Mom wanted, and helps improve GPS on Oscorp tech, which Dad wanted. So, it's actually probably safe. You know what, bud? I should have remembered to tell you not to bother with this one.
Hey, the tech here might help me track my missing spider bot. Those things are too expensive to lose. Okay, I boosted the tracking signal on my other spider bot. Now it can track its brother. I lost the other bot's signal in the park, so that's where I'll need to drop this one. Nothing unusual, just taking my spider bot for a walk in the park. You know, like you do. Okay, it's following the pings from the other spider bot. Let's see where it takes us.
Okay, that wasn't very helpful.
I wonder if a kid picked it up and took it home. It is way better than any toys on the market.
Just cannot seem to get this headset to work.
Yeah, I told the AI to test it in narrow areas, so this pipe makes sense. Oh no, I hope it didn't get run over. New York drivers have no respect for the crosswalk. Looks like it made it quite a ways. Proximity alarm? What? Oh, you gotta be kidding me! And if I startle the bird, it'll drop the spider bot and break it. This pigeon's strong. Someone didn't skip wing day at the bird gym. Finally, its nest. Wait, that's the other spider bot! I busted a feathered kleptomaniac. Now that I know where they both are, time to mount a rescue mission. Harry really did me a solid that time. Wish I could thank him. I got some work to do on these spider bots before I can send them back out into the world again.
Pigeon-proofing them, for example. What was I doing before all that headset trouble and difficult missions and things? Oh, you're talking about Iran. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's going to be World War III, but it's not good. The real problem is it's assassination. It's not a strike on a terrorist. It's yeah, that's an impeachable offence if Trump ordered it.
Have you ever been driving along, going to work or church, minding your own business, when suddenly, bam, you hit a pothole, damaging your car and ruining your whole day? Well, you know who to blame. No, not city bureaucracy. Spider-Man. He's been seen leaping down from great heights to pound the ground with maximum force. Why? There's only one possible reason I can think of. He hates us, and he wants us to be miserable.
Going to stop and try resetting it.